Hi, YouTube. It's me, Dan Testa. And so that means you're watching Testa Tarot. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I've been doing a little too much news watching. I was gonna say that today. So I know that I need to pull back from watching so much sad stuff. Between that and listening to Taylor Swift Red on repeat, it's just not good for you all the time, right? It's like, take a breath. So I'm going to pull a tarot card for everyone from the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck by Rachel True. And this is just going to act as like just a meat thermometer. Just what's the temperature, y'all? Where are we at? Like a drop pin. Just bee. So yeah, so I'll pull a tarot card and then I'll move into an oracle card to give us a little more clarification. Please take a deep breath. Oh, and as I always like to say, this is a group reading, so it may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Take everything, I like to say, with a grain of salt, and if you still don't like the taste, that's okay. Just spit it out. Leave it for the next person. No, don't do that. That's gross. Anyway, so please take a deep breath. Exhale whenever feels good for you. I'm going to do the same. Just feels good to breathe, doesn't it? All right, let's see where we're at today. Ace of Swords. So perhaps we are being offered a new way of thinking, an opportunity for a new way of thinking. Swords is going to be air sign energy, so thoughts and thought processes. Aces hold all the potential for the suit, so it could be a new study even. But something that I think, I can relate this to. I've been looking into like human design, and that's been something for me, learning that I'm a projector. Shout out to all other fellow projectors out there watching. And whatever you are, we all gotta work together. Anyway, so, but it's really put a lot of things into perspective for me. And it's really made a lot of things click about the way that I wanna show up for work. The way that I want my work day to look. Things like that. Like when in the past where someone would be like, oh, you're lazy because you want to, I'd rather do like a lot of work 3 days a week. Nurses have that schedule too, where it's like you've got 3 days a week on and then the rest of it, whatever. It's just basically saying that no one needs to structure their time the same way. And not to feel guilty if you're being presented with a new way of thinking about how you're spending your time and all of that good stuff. Yeah, it's just like with the crowns too. It makes me think of like a bright idea, like shooting through the crown chakra. Yeah, I believe my friend Matthew at Stillwater Alchemy says that. I picked that up from him. He's one of my, probably doesn't know it, but he's one of my favorite teachers. But yeah, kind of this idea of like, if you do feel something that is like a bright idea, burst of inspiration, follow the lead, follow it. Because that's what I did. I went down a rabbit hole with human design, and man, I'm still going down it. And I'm just like, oh, this makes sense too. Oh, the way I eat too, that also is different than the way other people may need a diet. We're all different. And we need not to be shameful about our differences. Ooh, this card just jumped right out, so let's pull it, shall we? Ooh, sacred sexuality. Yeah, man. Sexuality is beautiful, and we all look at that differently, right? I love that. And it is sacred. I know, being raised human, being raised Roman Catholic, I was very, the conversation around sex wasn't very sacred. Maybe in the way that they think that they're broaching it with, like, I was gonna say like pre-Cana and things like that, but it's like, nah, if sex is just about reproduction, we're missing a whole bunch of other things, aren't we? But let me consult the book. I just want to get some messages for us. Yeah, it makes me think of that, any horror movie fans out there, but like Urban Legend, I love it. But it makes me think of when they're all in the library, Alicia Witt is looking up like urban legends, and then you've got Tara Reid in there and she pulls out the Kama Sutra. It's like, yeah, everyone's got their own ideas right now and everyone is pursuing their own course of study, and I just support that. Just getting pumped about passions, right? Get pumped about your passions. Okay, let's get into it. Our sexual self and sexual energy is such a layered and potent part of who we are. It can show us our wounds, it can provide healing, it can help us manifest, it can teach us boundaries, and can fuel and empower us. Sacred sexuality does not mean that your sexual presence or expression needs to look a certain way. It simply means that your sexuality is sacred as it is. Ooh, I'm gonna say that again. Sacred sexuality does not mean that your sexual presence or expression needs to look a certain way. It simply means that your sexuality is sacred as it is. It is a core part of your humanity as well as your spiritual and universal self. This card asks you to examine your relationship to your sexual self. Is there anything that needs tending to? Is there anything that needs healing or releasing? Oh, I love that. It is talking about healing, so why not finish off with a healing mantra card? One more for the week ahead, huh? Take another breath if you feel up for it. I hope you do, if you're still with me, please. All right. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Oh, feel your feelings, everyone. We can't tend to our wounds until we feel them, until we feel what's coming up for us. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. So I wrote down something today that helped me, and I'm gonna share it with you. I was thinking about it. I was like, am I gonna share this? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I wanna share this with everyone. But it's about, in terms of me, it came up, I was thinking about my own healing journey, and just, it's kind of like when you learn a new course study, like I said, like when you're learning something new, sometimes it takes time, and we need to, I'll just read you what I wrote, okay? So in the space between where you are and where you want to be is where you need to give yourself the most patience and grace. It's the space between knowing better and integration. So, because I give myself some shit sometimes, but oh, you know better, you know better than that. Okay, well, you're going to apply things as you go, and that's okay in its own timing. But I understand the need to rush it because you see the end, you see where you want to be, you see it, but we can't get wrapped up in that outcome. I don't know if all of this relates. It all makes sense to me though, so that ain't bad. Please reach out if you would like a personal reading and you would like some one-on-one of this nature. Yeah, my readings are over Zoom, and you can book one by reaching out to dantestattarot@gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing from you all, and please have a great week. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. Even if you feel like you should know better, don't be very easy and gentle with yourself with those backlashings, okay? We're all going through it. Love you. Bye.